December was a very important month for me. So if you guys want to stick around and discover these incredible fragrances I'm about to share with you, stick around. This is a special one. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another video. Max Forti here. You already know if you want to make a great and lasting impression, smelling good is a great way to start. Today we're going to talk about 5 incredible fragrances that will help you do that right into 2025. But before we do that, of course, I'm going to give you guys sort of a highlight of 2024, in specific, ScentXplore, which is an event that just happened in December. Since we're covering the best discoveries of December, of course, I couldn't do, without talking about a little bit of a highlight of ScentXplore. So a lot of you watching this video know exactly what ScentXplore is. Some of you may not know. So I'm going to just shed some light on ScentXplore. So ScentXplore is an international niche convention that happens every year. It started in the first weekend in November in 2019. We've done 7 events, and of course, the last one, which was 6th annual ScentXplore, December 5th, 6th, and 7th, happened in New York. And it's an event that really encompasses the love and passion we all have for fragrance. If you guys have been to any ScentXplore, please drop it in the comment section. It would mean the world to me if I could, read some of your comments and how you felt, how you were treated, and the experience you had at ScentXplore. Most events out there in the world, whether you go to Paris, Dubai, Italy, or what have you, are mostly business-centric events. And ScentXplore was exactly the opposite. It's a people-centric event. So it's the only event in the world that started as people as the main focus, meaning to educate people, to entertain people, to really share and bridge the gap between business and passion. I think that's how you really summarize the event ScentXplore. Fast forward to 2024, of course, December was the month that just passed. The time I'm shooting this video, it's actually December 31st. So it's really, realistically, literally the last day of the year. And then tomorrow, of course, it starts the new year, 2025. I'm gonna talk to you guys about 5 of my favorite discoveries in the month of December, as we always do here at the top discoveries of each month. And of course, very shortly after this video, in the next week or two, you're gonna get the top discoveries of the year, and of course, the best releases of the year, so on and so forth, before we start diving into 2025. Of course, we're gonna continue the series. We talked about vetiver, we talked about tobacco, we're gonna continue with leathers, we're gonna talk about the boozy, all the holy grail fragrances in my collection within those genres, so stick around for those videos. But I digress. Let me talk about the best discoveries, and of course, we're gonna do a little bit of a highlight. If you did come to ScentXplore, you were greeted with this beautiful bag here, which has 50 plus samples, discovery kits. This is the best we've done so far. Of course, every year we try to do better and better for you guys. It's all about giving back, as you know. And of course, within that bag, there was something special. This is the reason why I'm talking about it, which was this fragrance created for the event. Every year there's a couple. And if you did come to ScentXplore and got it yourself, a gift bag, just like the one I showed you, you would have gotten this particular one, which is called Sweet Xscape, made exclusively for ScentXplore. Now this fragrance, ladies and gents, this is an incredible gourmand. If you do love gourmands, which is very in right now, this is perfection when it comes to a sweet dessert called pão de mel, which is a Latin dessert, most specifically from Brazil, or alfajor, which is a Hispanic Latin dessert, which has this dulce de leche caramel center. This one here has cocoa, has honey, has spices, has this lactonic, milky kind of a facet. It's absolutely incredible. One of my favorite gourmands fragrances ever made. So much so that I myself, including everybody that tried this sample that was included in their sample bags, were asking Man, which was the creator of this fragrance, to actually bring this forth with a brand as an actual fragrance, because that is how good this is. If you do love spices, chocolate, honey, like I do, this here is an extremely well-constructed gourmand. Amazing stuff right here, long lasting. Again, that honey note with the dark chocolate, the lactonic feel of the chocolate, along with the spices, the resins. This is an absolute beast. If you do love gourmands, I thought I wanted to highlight this one. If you haven't tried this one, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about, but I hope that Man will actually make this a reality of a fragrance, because like I said, I don't love wearing gourmands. I do appreciate the art that goes, behind gourmand fragrances, but this one here is done to perfection. I wore this during the event, and I'm telling you, this is an incredible fragrance, and it would be a sin for this not to be released. So I'm hoping that this becomes available very soon through maybe one of the companies that Man works with. So let me talk about the top 5. We're gonna start off the list here with a fragrance called Ecstasy from this French brand called Paradis d'Essence. I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand. I talked about this brand here on the channel a few times during this year. And Paradis d'Essence had a few fragrances that were very highlighted over the last, 11 plus months. And this one here in particular is called Ecstasy. Now, Ecstasy is an incredible fragrance, something that you can actually, amazing sprayers, by the way. And this one here is something that you could actually potentially wear as a signature scent. This is an incredible, woody, aromatic, spicy kind of a fragrance. Opens up with a blast of citrus notes, which quickly dissipates, making way for this woodiness and spiciness, kind of very unique and intricate, but compelling and attractive kind of a scent profile. Nothing that you have ever tried, I promise you, this is very unique. You know, in the world where so many people are copying people, so many people are doing inspired expressions, this one here is something very unique that I'm hard pressed to say it's something that I'm very much looking forward to rocking in 2025. And I guarantee you guys will see this in lists coming up in the next few months, whether it be, you know, compliment, signature scents, professional scents, spring scents. I think this has a potential of making a lot of lists for me. And if you guys haven't tried this one, you're definitely missing out. If you want something that's, like I said, signature scent worthy, but not more of the same, this will definitely blow your top. Next up is going to be a Portuguese brand, and one that I'm sure you guys have never heard about it. This is called Comporta. A lot of people watching this video probably never heard of it, but if you guys have heard of it, please let me know in the comments. And again, Comporta is a Portuguese brand from Portugal. Beautiful wooden cap. Most of their fragrances are actually comprised by incredible notes, very nice natural / synthetic molecules, but very well constructed. And the perfumers that work with this brand are incredible. This one here happens to be 𝗕𝗃𝗏 or 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗏, as you would know him. Amazing sprayer, you can control it. And this is an incredible oud, aromatic and spicy type of a scent. It really is very unique, because to me, when I first spray this on, it comes across as a fougere. It's a very aromatic fragrance. I get a lot of green, a lot of herbal components, definitely lavender, definitely tons of spicy notes here. But you do have the ocean oud here, which adds this bitterness and almost medicinal, animalistic. I think there's civet here as well. There's definitely animalistic notes in here. So it's an aromatic, animalic / woody and spicy kind of a composition. Very unique. I mean, this fragrance brand has a fragrance called Mosquito. I mean, it's a very intricate brand, and I'm always looking for those very intricate, unique, and elaborate kind of brands that are not more of the same. Fragrance brands that are looking to break the mold and create unique concoctions. This is definitely one of them. 𝗕𝗏𝗏 Parfum is an incredible fragrance. Like I said, if this sounds interesting to you, if you do have a similar taste to mine, you're gonna love this. This sings on skin. In fact, there's another one from this brand that I love, which is called Senor Diaz. Very funny name. But that one is a very nice aromatic fougere that's very spicy as well, also created by 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗏. Those are my two favorites from this brand that I discovered. I'm going to dive more into this brand in 2025, but Comporta 𝗕𝗏𝗏 Parfum is one of my favorite discoveries of December, and most definitely will probably appear in my favorite discoveries of the year. But nevertheless, this is a brand that I'm going to definitely deep dive into and give you guys more if I do discover more things. And of course, if you guys have tried this brand, Comporta from Portugal, drop off your comments in the comment section of this video and let me know which ones I should also look forward to trying. But this one here, guys, big thumbs up. Definitely consider checking this one out. Another great discovery I made in the month of December of 2024 is a brand that I never heard about it ever, and I was so glad to try the discovery kit. But this one is the one that really jumped at me and I had to get a bottle. This is called Liden, and they're from Sweden. And this is a Swedish brand that, again, I never heard about it. If you guys have heard about this brand, please let me know in the comment section. Incredible looking bottles. This is an extrait de parfum, 50 ml, very well concentrated, beautiful mother of pearl, like a Tahitian mother of pearl cap that they have. Amazing presentation, lovely juice. And this is basically a very dark, deep, resinous, amber type of a scent. Now, to give you a little bit of an explanation what this reminds me of, this one here reminds, if you took Chergui from Serge Lutens and married it with Amber Sultan, also from Serge Lutens, this is what you'd get. This is like an ambery, tobacco, resinous, balsamic, spicy and smoky kind of a composition. There's amberat seeds here. There's a smoky accord, amazing ambery dried down. There is like a dried fruit / liquor, liquorous kind of a boozy opening here. This is a beast, guys. But again, you must enjoy boozy, spicy, smoky, ambery type scents that are very deep, bold, and again, very smoky, very resinous, very balsamic. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Cardamom, coriander, there's a smoky infusion here, indolic, animalistic jasmine. Amazing, guys. benzoin, which adds a little bit of a sweetness in the base, along with the ambery accord that I talked about. This is one of the best ambery fragrances I've ever put my nose on. In fact, again, continuing those Holy Grail series, I would not be surprised if this makes in my top, Holy Grail ambers of all time, guys. Silent Opus is the name of the fragrance, and the brand is Liden from Sweden. This next fragrance I'm about to share with you, which is a brand that really impressed me from the presentation, the juices. I think they have tremendous quality and tremendous potential to being something that people will definitely love to discover. And this particular brand I discovered late this year, but I'm glad I did. This is from London. It's actually a brand that's radicated in London, but also has, I believe, a boutique in Dubai, and their background is actually Omani. So it's a really nice, intricate, mix of cultures in the bottle. So you have the British culture with the Middle Eastern culture all together to come up with this incredible brand. The brand I'm talking about is Oscar London, and the fragrance I'm highlighting here for you today is one of my favorite discoveries of 2024, and specifically December, of course, the last month. This is Oscar London's Big Ban. Now, Big Ban is going to be this amazing, woody, spicy, beautiful sprayer, magnetic cap, beautiful presentation, gorgeous looking bottle, comes in a lacquer box. This is basically a woody, spicy fragrance that has notes of oud, spices, resins, animalic notes such as hyrax, very intricate oud, not your ordinary oud fragrance out there. This is going to be something very unique for the connoisseur, for somebody that really appreciates great blending, something that's very unique, very intricate, very mysterious, something that's going to drive people in, and definitely going to have people asking you, what in the world are you wearing? You smell amazing. Big Ban, Oscar London, guys. Don't snooze on this brand. If you have tried this brand, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to. Again, when I discover these brands, I get so excited because they're just quality. And again, when I'm sharing them with you here, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your experiences with these brands so that I can myself discover other things that I haven't tried yet from these brands. So Oscar London Big Ban, huge thumbs up for this one. Very impressed with this one, and I can't wait to try more from this line and share with you in 2025. Before I share with you the last best discovery I made in December of 2024, I'm going to highlight some other great brands that I discovered at ScentXplore in December of 2024 that you should definitely look into discovering, and I will definitely dive more into these brands. Granado from Brazil is a great brand. I talked about one of their tobacco-based scents here on the channel. Une Nuit Nomade, of course, I talked about. Estrella de la Mañana is one of my favorite discoveries, definitely going to make my top discoveries of the year. This brand is incredible. It's going to make a lot of impact in the world. It has already, but it's going to continue, I believe, to make more impact. I think they are the new 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Noya and Azra, both incredible brands that I talked about here on the channel. And again, I'm going to deep dive more into these two brands. They're very intricate Middle Eastern brands, but right here, they're from the US, but they have this Middle Eastern kind of a flair to them, very spicy. They use a lot of ouds, very dark components. Definitely two brands you definitely want to check out. And then of course, House of Iyrah, which is a brand that I love. The owner is from Cameroon. Her creations are incredible. She's amazing. Her name is Samira. I had the pleasure to meet her at ScentXplore. She's an incredible human being. And I'm telling you, her brand will definitely make strides in the next few years because not only the quality of the fragrances, but the passion and love that goes into the creation of those fragrances. Truly fell in love with. I'm happy to share with you as one of the highlights of the event. And of course, last but not least, we're gonna talk about one of the highlights of December for me, which is the House of Dustin, which is basically another US-based brand, but with a Persian background. The House of Dustin, and the fragrance I'm gonna highlight here for you today is called Love Flame. Now, Love Flame is essentially an iris-based scent, and you guys know how much I love my iris fragrances. I'm sure a lot of you watching this also love iris-based scents. And when you talk about beautiful sprayers, by the way, one of the best out there, when you talk about iris fragrances, of course, inevitably what comes to mind is what? Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense, Dior Parfum. So you're going to have that feel that you have with all those beautiful Dior kind of fragrances. It's gonna have an amazing iris, cocoa, and spicy opening. One of the best iris openings I've ever put my nose in. I'm not saying this lightly, guys. If you have not tried this fragrance, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. Get a decant, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Opens up with this gorgeous, lipsticky, creamy, just mesmerizing, captivating iris that's a little bit spicy, but also very creamy and slightly sweet because of the cocoa butter. Absolutely stunning opening right here. This opening is $1 million. You wear this fragrance, you walk into a room, you're going to command attention. People are gonna know this person means business, and this person is of fine taste. You have a castoreum note, which is slightly animalistic, especially in the heart into the dry valve. You have amber, amberette seeds. There's balsams here, resins. This is a powerful iris-based scent. Like I said, Love Flame is one of my favorite discoveries, not only of December, but one of my favorite discoveries of the year, period. If you love iris, this is a must. That simple. Guys, 5 incredible fragrances. Of course, we talked about a lot more here on this video because I wanted to highlight some of the best things that happened in December. Of course, ScentXplore being the event. And within that event, the brands that I think are up and coming, rising star brands that you should definitely know about. And of course, the 5 fragrances that really blew my top in the month of December of 2024. Guys, thank you so much for your support. If you haven't yet, sign up for ScentXplore.com so you stay in the know of what's happening, when it's happening. Of course, the dates and the venue of ScentXplore 2025, which is gonna come to you before you know it. So sign up for ScentXplore.com. And of course, if you haven't yet, sign up for this channel, subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Hit the like button, hit the bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. I keep you in the know, fragrance lover to another. Before I let you go, of course, I want you all to have a joyous, healthy, and prosperous new year. I'm hoping everyone out there in the world has a great 2025 with their family and loved ones. And of course, continue to share their passion with whatever that passion is. Share your passion with the people you love, the people around you. You can't change the world, but you can change the world around you. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Have a wonderful 2025. And of course, I will see you guys right back here in the next one very soon. Take care.